You may be sabotaging yourself and not even realize it. If you have goals to expand your business, increase your wealth, have more abundance and prosperity, you're going to want to check this out. Welcome to the Power of Quiet, where we have one goal, your personal freedom. Your freedom to live a wonderful, abundant life with ease. Now, when it comes to goals, there is one mistake that we almost always make, without even realizing it, that sabotages our chances of succeeding with those goals. And for those of you who regularly follow this channel, you've heard me talk about this before. And yet, I guarantee to some degree you're still making this mistake. And that is, when we set goals, we often focus on getting rid of what it is that we don't want, rather than moving towards what it is that we do want. Now, let me give you an example. If we have a goal to have more abundance and wealth in our life, we really want to do that so we can change our current situation. And maybe in our current living situation, we have a lot of debt. So if we have abundance, we can erase that debt, get rid of what is happening in our life right now, and move on to something better. But here's the problem. The way that the mind works, when we focus on getting rid of what it is that we don't want, we're actually creating that, because the mind deals in pictures. Like if I say, don't fall down, what do you get a picture of? Falling down, right? Or if I say, don't think of a monkey, what pops into your head? A monkey, right? The mind doesn't process the words not or don't. It just goes straight to the picture. And because the mind is a tool, an instrument that we use to create our reality, what we hold in our mind as a picture is what we create in our life. And the strange thing is I see people who know this still make this mistake when they word their goals. And by the way, when it comes to wording goals, if you want a free comprehensive guide that shows you how to word your goals in a way that literally guarantees your success and shows you exactly how your mind works so you can leverage your mind to its maximum creative possibilities, then go to my website, powerofquiet.com, and enter your email address. You'll receive a video that goes over exactly how to do it. Now, this problem of holding the wrong thing in mind, focusing on what it is that we don't want, doesn't show up just in how we word our goals. We could have the most impeccably, correctly empowered worded goal statement and still hold this attitude in mind of what it is I want to get rid of by achieving this goal. And that's because, also notice, when it comes to your mind, it loves to dwell on drama. It loves negativity. That's why you see all of this rage and clickbait that shows up in the news, shows up in social media, that just draws people into negative things because we are sucked into drama. That's what the mind loves to focus on and feed on, negativity. So it really is natural when it comes to our mind to dwell on this thing that we're dissatisfied about, this thing that we want to change. And thereby, we keep holding that in mind, keep creating it, keep complaining about it, keep wanting to change it, and getting nowhere. Just look for yourself. Look at your own desires and goals for abundance. Why do you want it? What's so important about it? Maybe it's so that you can stop working 9 to 5. Or so you can clear out all of your debts, be debt-free, or have the ability to purchase anything that you want without consideration. Just, hey, I choose to have that. I choose to have that luxury car. I choose to have that big house and not think twice about it, which you cannot do right now in your life. So you want that life situation to change. Now notice if you're doing that. And examine your thinking with that. What are you holding in mind? Look at that picture that you're dwelling on. And no wonder that is what you seem to be stuck with, because you're creating it. So let's do a little exercise right now. I'll show you how to turn this thinking around so you can focus on moving towards the abundance and holding in mind what you really do want to create. Now, think about your goal to have more wealth and abundance in your life. And by having this abundance, what is the number one thing that will change that you are currently dealing with in your life that you won't have to deal with anymore once you have that abundance? Maybe it's having to work. Maybe it's feeling limited, not having the options to do what you want to do. So what will change in your life the most? And take a look at that situation that's going on in your life right now. Now, when you look at that, what I want you to do is just silently bring your awareness now toward your stomach or chest. And as you think about this situation in your life, just notice if in your stomach or chest you've got this clenching, tight, contracted feeling, a kind of uncomfortable feeling in your stomach or chest. You notice that showing up when you think about this situation? Now what that is your body letting you know that you're pushing down your feelings. And by pushing down your feelings, you are literally holding on to this problem. These feelings are feeding the negativity in your mind. It creates this endless loop. Now, I'm going to show you how to let go of these feelings so you can stop this loop and erase the negativity in your mind. All right, so check this out. Focus on that contraction now, that tight feeling that you feel when you're thinking about this situation. And what I want you to do is open up an imaginary window or door right in front of that tightness, wherever it is, in your stomach or chest. Just open up an imaginary window or door and imagine that tight energy. It's just energy there. Imagine that energy just now moving out the door. Just imagine it leaving. Even a little bit. Just a little bit. And watch it go right on out that door. And imagine it leaving even more. And even more. And even more. And even more. And just relax, open up, and let that energy pass through. It's just energy. It's not good, it's not bad, just energy passing through. Now let it pass through even more. And even more. Now notice how you feel. Notice if you feel a little bit lighter. Right? And that's not so bad. See, now, instead of pushing down on the feelings, You're letting them go. So walk them up some more. Open up that door and let that energy pass through. And let it pass through even more. And even more. And even more. And notice how you feel now. See if you feel even lighter, more calm, more at ease. And notice your mind is getting quieter, isn't it? So all that negativity that your mind just bombards you with, sometimes it just doesn't shut up. But here it is now quieting down because of the fuel that's been feeding that negativity. Now you're letting that go. All right? So, now that you're moving in the right direction, now that you're feeling a little bit lighter, let go of even more. Welcome up some more negativity about that situation that's going on in your life right now. And just welcome it up. Just see it as energy. And you don't need to know why it's there, how it got there, who gave it to you. It's like if you have a splinter. You don't care what color it is, how it got there, how big it is. You just take a pair of tweezers and you pull it out. And right now, just by opening up the door, you're removing that splinter in your consciousness, that splinter in your mind. Freeing yourself. All right? So welcome up even more. Open up and just let that energy go. Just imagine it moving right through. Just imagine it leaving. Remember, the mind is a creative instrument. If you imagine, if you have that picture of that energy moving through, it's going to move through. It can't help but move through because you are in control with your thinking. And just watch it pass through even more. Open up that door even more. And watch it pass through. And even more. 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 All right? Now, welcome up some more. See if there's any more negativity there. Wherever that came from, just let go pushing down on those feelings. Welcome them up. It's just energy. That's all it is. It's not good. It's not bad. It's just energy. Now open up and let it pass through now. And let it all leave. And even more. And even more. And even more. Now notice how you feel. You feel even lighter. Maybe you even feel like you're floating on air now. And notice how the mind has settled down. Hasn't it? Now take a look at that situation that's going on in your life. And first of all, notice if you're as bothered by it now as you were a moment ago. You notice a difference? Now that's showing you how quiet your mind is becoming just by doing this simple little exercise of opening up the door. And that quieter mind, now you're not dwelling on the negativity. In fact, You may notice that your picture is changing. It's more of a picture of I can, more of a positive picture. And see, that's something that naturally shows up when you let go of the negativity. You don't need to put in positive thinking. You don't need to put in affirmations, do vision boards, all that nonsense. It's natural for you to have abundance. It's just covered up by the negativity, by that thinking, which is fueled by the feelings that we've been suppressing. Let go of suppressing it, and then everything else will unravel. And you'll just be naturally confident, naturally with a sense of, there's no limitation in my life. I'm going for it. Now, how awesome is that? So let's do one more thing here. Take a look at that situation. And now, just look right at it. Whatever that situation is, if it's a situation of having debt, situation of having to go to work every day, get a picture of that. See, right now, as you're thinking about it, it's just a picture in your mind. Now say yes to that picture. Just look right at it and say yes to it. Now, this might seem a little counterintuitive to the mind. You might be thinking, well, wait, the mind is a creative instrument. If I say yes to it, then I'm going to say yes to this picture. Now, just try this out. Watch what happens. Just say yes to it and watch what happens. Say yes to that picture even more. And say yes to it even more. And say yes to it even more. And even more. Just say yes to it. And say yes to it even more. And even more. And even more. And notice what you're experiencing now. Now, did the problem get bigger? Or did the problem go away even more? Just look at that picture. Is that picture stronger? Or is it weaker? Now, here's what's happening. See, like I said, this is counterintuitive to the mind. But it's something that you have to prove to yourself. And that is, love is the most powerful force in the universe. And when you say yes, you're being loving. And here's the thing. You see, the mind does deal in pictures. But when you decide to say yes, you're picturing love. Now, love, positive, success, abundance, it's all the same energy. So when you start saying yes, you start practicing love. This is why so many people, they talk about having an attitude of gratitude, being thankful. This is why. Now let's take this even further. Take a look at that situation. And can you love it? Just open up and love it. Now you know how to love. There are people, there are things in your life that you love. You don't have to think about it. Like a pet. If you ever had like a pet dog, a pet cat, whenever you saw them, you just say, oh, I love you, right? Or family members, right? I love you. Even if they do something wrong, it's okay. I love you anyway, right? And notice how natural and how good that feels when you are loving. Now do this with the situation. Just open up and love it. It's just a decision. And give the situation some more love and approval. And more. And even more. And love it even more. And notice how you feel now. Notice if it feels like you still have a problem now. Right? Isn't it gone? This is the power of love. This is the consciousness that you step into when you decide to be loving. And now that you've experienced this, you can go back and look at that attitude that you had before about the situation when you didn't love it, when instead of saying yes to it, you were saying no to it, that didn't make the problem go away. It kept you stuck. But notice where you are now. See if you feel less stuck. Now this is proof. And what you're doing right now is your first solid step to stepping into abundance. And right now, you have the ability to create all the abundance in the world with ease. And if you would like to unlock this ability fully, then join me on my new 6-week course, the Wealth Manifestation Course. It's going to show you just how easily and quickly you can tame your mind, take control, be the creator that you are, be your unlimited self, and have all the abundance in the world, have all the happiness, have all the peace and harmony, and do it now. It's time to wake up out of this trap of the mind and be your full, authentic, abundant self. I'll leave a link to that course in the description below. Check it out and join me. It's starting soon. And in the meantime, keep examining that mind of yours. Stop falling for its traps and let go of the negativity that you've been carrying around. I'll see you soon.